I cannot travel to every single province in Thailand without visiting the 3 places in Bangkok in this video today. The Grand Palace, Wat Pho, Wat Arun, and actually a 4th one, the Grand Mount, or the Golden Mount I should say, on top of this beautiful hill with 360 views of the city. Let's go explore the Grand Palace, Wat Arun, Wat Pho and the Golden Mount in Bangkok, and let's review them and see if they're worth it, because some of them are and some of them aren't. Right, welcome to the Grand Palace, and okay, so let me explain. It costs 500 baht to get in, which is expensive for any attraction in Thailand. It's completely free if you're Thai. There's also people outside selling English tours. You know, they'll come in as a tour guide and you pay them a couple of 100 baht. And I thought about it, but it was too expensive. And I just thought, you know, I'll get information hopefully inside. And that's exactly what happened. I came in at 2 o'clock, and at 2 o'clock there was an English tour. I quickly signed up, and there was about 10 of us. And we walked around for about half an hour, and the lady, she was really nice, and she showed us around, and she started telling us the history of the buildings, which king built which one, and for what reason. The king and queen, at some times during the year, they live here. There's an area of the palace that's completely closed all year round, and I think that's the residence. So that's kind of cool that the king and queen do live here at some point during the year. It's beautiful, it's 500 baht, but there is a free English tour, and let me just take you around and show you some of the sights, and you can make up your own mind if you want to come here. What's nice is now and again you catch up with the English tour and you get a little nugget of information. So this particular building here has a beautiful bell on the top, and when the head monk in Thailand passes away, they ring that bell as part of his funeral. So that bell up there is very sacred and saved for the high monks of Thailand. So having the English tour, you do learn little nuggets of information, which is nice. I'm melting. It's so hot, guys. Jesus Christ. Don't come here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So directly behind me is actually the palace. This is where the 5th king, Rama V, used to live. But now it's all, you know, closed up. And it's a beautiful building, but you can't go inside. In fact, everywhere you look around here, everything's closed, doors closed. You just kind of seem to be kind of just walking around in the boiling hot heat looking at stuff, and because it's boiling hot and closed, you look at it and you go, yeah, it's lovely, but I'm boiling, so let's go to the next one. So it's just a bit of a underwhelming experience so far. Don't hate me. I just want to go in and have a look, you know. I want to feel like I've been let into the palace. Although if you go to the Buckingham Palace in London, you're not exactly going to go have tea with the Queen. So I wasn't expecting to have pad kapow with the King, but I don't know, I just thought that we'd go inside a few more buildings, not just walk around. Okay, so that was the Grand Palace. Now, I'm glad I came, because, I mean, you can't do a tour of Thailand without going to the Grand Palace. That would be like going to England and not going to Big Ben. But I won't be going back in a rush, to be honest. I think the price is very high. I think it's beautiful inside, but it didn't blow me away. And like I said, because it was kind of stale in terms of its atmosphere, and you just walking around, I think it was beautiful, but not by far worth the money. So there are more places to visit next. We're going to go to Wat Pho. the parents are under pressure here to perform and capture it on their phone. They couldn't find the music, but I learnt a new Thai word. The word for Google Drive. Google Drive. Right, welcome to Wat Pho. Or is it Wat Pho? I'm not sure. Is it pho like the noodle soup, or po like I will poke you in the back? Anyway, I like this place already. It's still expensive. It's 200 baht to enter, but you do get a free bottle of water. So it's a lot cheaper than the Grand Palace, even though it's right next door. This is the thing that they should have more often, I think, in this country, which is the Thai history and information as well as in English, and QR codes. There's QR codes everywhere. You can scan the QR code and you can get some instant information, so no need for a tour guide and stand in the heat. Just have a look, have a read in the shade and learn about, you know, Rama I's plans for these chedis and why he wanted them to be built this way and why they're positioned in this certain alignment. And it's all here for you to read. I won't bore you with the story, don't worry, but it is interesting, especially if you're into all of this stuff. So Wat Pho, you're in the lead. So I just actually found out through one of the really useful signs here what this artwork is. Obviously we've been seeing lots of these figurines doing yoga, and the information was that King Rama III commissioned an artist to make these. They're made out of an alloy of zinc and tin. That's correct, zinc and tin, and they're all in different poses of the yoga book. Is there a book of yoga? I don't know, but yeah, they're all doing different poses, and there's 80 in total, and each one has a different pose. And so that would be a fun treasure hunt to find all 80 of them, because some of them are hidden around and some of them are on display quite blatantly, but there you go. Okay, we're in the temple with the reclining Buddha, and there's people filming and taking photos here, so I can share with you what it looks like. Look at it, it's absolutely massive. You see it behind me? Easily the biggest one we've seen. Oh, it's gargantuan. Oh, this is impressive. This is extremely impressive. Wow. I wonder how tall this would be if it was standing up. This is this is worth the ticket price, guys. And just like any good temple in Thailand, there's always something unique and strange that you've never seen before. And here at the reclining Buddha, there's this. People are buying cups of satang, which are coins that are less than 1 baht. You have 25 satang and 50 satang. So 1/4 of a baht, 1/2 of a baht. Basically meaningless, right? But they're still in circulation in Thailand. And here, you buy them and put them in the bowls. Don't ask me why, but there's always something wonderful and weird happening in Thailand.
So yeah, after leaving the beautiful Wat Pho and the reclining Buddha, I was a bit baked, I'm not gonna lie, and also slightly distracted because a good friend of mine had recommended me a really cool rooftop bar right next to Wat Pho overlooking Wat Arun. And just down this alley opposite Wat Pho is the sign and the location of Sala. I'll leave a Google map link in the description so you can come and find it. It's a 2-minute walk from Wat Pho. And yeah, I went upstairs, beautiful restaurant, beautiful rooftop, and I fancied a shandy, guys. I'd been baked in the sun for a couple of hours. I needed a little bit of shade, a little bit of refuge, and yeah, just fancied a shandy and complimentary peanuts, and just looked over the beautiful river, the incredible views of the city, and obviously the beautiful Wat Arun. It stands at 66 meters tall. It costs 100 baht to get in, and I did see boats going over there with tourists, so it is possible to get there from Wat Pho. But yeah, I just fancied a little bit of a break from the sun, plus the view was so beautiful. But I just stayed here for about an hour and a half, rested up, and then I got back on Dreamy. We headed through the old part of Bangkok, which is beautiful, by the way. The atmosphere in this area of Bangkok is incredible. And we eventually arrived at the Golden Mount, and yeah, let's go in and check it out, because this is the final location from today's video.
Just before you make your way up, don't miss this sort of man-made cave looking thing. There's a little entrance, and inside is a stone Buddha, and they've made it look like something out of the Lost Ark, the movie. What's it called? Indiana Jones. It was a little bit like that. Quite nice. But that's just here inside that rock, and we're going to go up and up and up. Can you see the temple sticking out the top there? We're going to go up there. I don't think it's far, 100 meters. Let's go. So this is the cheapest of the entrance, 50 baht. It's better than 500 anyway. There's a massive gong. We have to do it. So I'm on my way down. I did originally want to stay up here for sunset, because as you can see behind me, it looks like it's going to be a good one, and it's golden hour. But as a foreigner and as a non-Buddhist, I do feel like I'm just getting in the way up there. Everybody's praying, there's monks, there's ceremonies. It seems like you've just walked into a church on a Sunday, you know? It's like very not tourist friendly. I didn't feel comfortable filming up there. I didn't really feel comfortable walking around up there. Everybody was praying and doing their thing, as they should. It's their place of worship. But it's definitely not, well, it didn't feel like an attraction or a tourist must visit. It felt like a nice place for Buddhist and Thai people to pray. So if you're coming up here, just be prepared to feel like you're kind of getting in the way. You don't get any dirty looks from them. They're very happy to see you, but you do feel awkward, and you're like, oh Jesus, yeah, oh I'm sorry, bow my head. Oh, you okay? Then making oh, you know what? I think I'll just leave. Ooh, okay, that's the end of the day. I've just left the Golden Mount, and I'm sweaty, and I've enjoyed today. It's been a fun little adventure, but Wat Pho, hands down the best. 200 baht entrance, local dancing, a bit more of an atmosphere, more culture. The reclining Buddha was unbelievable, and overall that was really nice. I know we didn't go to Wat Arun, we just kind of looked around from the other side of the river. The Grand Palace, I just thought it was really expensive, and just a few buildings and temples, and it was quite nice, but it wasn't mind-blowing. It wasn't worth 500 baht. If you compare what you pay to go visit Ayutthaya, the Kampeng Phet, Sukhothai, Doi Suthep in Chiang Mai, they're equally, if not just as beautiful, or maybe even slightly more beautiful, and they're a fraction of the price. Some of them are free. So yeah, you can skip the Grand Palace. Wat Pho is a must. Golden Mount, I mean, I think maybe it was just bad luck. Maybe I went up there on a holy day with a holy thing and I felt awkward. Maybe if I went up there now, it's all finished and it's absolutely fine, but I didn't really want to get in everybody's way. So it was okay though. I think you should check it out if you're in the area. If you're near Khao San Road, it's a 10-minute walk, so rude not to. I'm going to get back on Dreamy and go home. I've got one more video coming from Bangkok, which will be my final video, and it'll actually be the day that I leave. So I'll document me leaving Bangkok and heading to the next province. And we're back on the road. I'm really excited. The road's been calling my name. I know you guys in the comments, some of you have been enjoying the Bangkok videos, and some of you have been saying, when are we getting back on the road? So we're getting back on the road, and I can't wait. So I'll see you later.